do?
Welcome to Two Dudes with Do.
On a special Wednesday recording.
Yeah, we're recording a little extra. Just for you guys.
Fancy.
And those guys. Yeah. And the other guys. And the people that you really care about.
Yes.
For the millions in attendance.
For the millions! Sorry.
Millions!
We just saw The Rock.
And you screwed up our game, Rock. I mean, you did such a good job, but you screwed us up. You got us all hyped up. We messed up quadriceps. Those are on the leg, and I was thinking they were triceps. I got quad and tri messed up.
3, 4, what's the difference?
Anyways, so that's besides the point. Real quick before we start the topic, we have a board that sits behind me.
Usually it's by the mirror, so it blocks the light right there.
Well, we wanted to point these out here. Let's put that board up front for everybody. Front and center for everybody to see. Oh, here it comes.
I'm a fan.
That's right, guys. I'll sit over here so you can still see me. That's right. We have a new addition to the board. Not only is it on my car, it's now on the board. Woo! As always, we have Just Word Podcast. We really represent them a lot. We like them. We enjoy them. We have Breakers, which you're still going through, or are you done?
I'm like really close to finishing.
Yeah. Great series. It's over already, unfortunately. There was problems. But if you have a chance, you can go check those out. And then we have Silver King.
They're new. On the board.
They're the new addition to the board. They're actually about 3 years old.
Yes.
They've been doing this a lot longer than we have.
Way longer.
And they're professionals.
Professional. I mean, I've already tracked our hours. We're not at the $100 mark yet, but we're close.
Yeah, and I mean, if you followed the audio with the other ones, then we're right there.
But technically, it's almost the same thing. So.
Almost the same. We've switched over from hours to 20s.
It's going to shorten it.
Yeah. But we wanted to mention them. They're really fun guys. They are explicit content, so be careful if you're going there. They do use curse words.
Yes.
They are adults in the world today. So
adults? I can't adult. I'm only 20. I can't adult.
Just wanted to point that out so you guys don't get mad at us. Come back and be like, I can't believe you told us about that. My kid listened to that, and I had to shut it off. They were talking about rapists, and they were shooting people. I mean, they cover mature content. So if you're not mature, don't go and look at them. But they're really fun guys to listen to. They're funny, and one of them's a professor in college. It makes us really happy.
I feel like the neighbor from Home Improvement.
What's his name? Doggone it. And we would talk about Home Improvement on this show.
Oh, we have to.
Because Tim Allen's in it. Doggone it. That's going to make it. Anyways, also, and then we'd like to talk about El Yucateco. It's our favorite hot sauce.
Tasty.
It's very good. It's very tasty. And they give us Yucateco. They give us a lot of cool swag every now and again. We have stickers we send out. We have stickers right there. Two Dudes would do. And we give those stickers away to all of our loyal fans that will help us out and give us $1 or hook us up with something special. There you go. So if you guys want to be a part of that, hook us up. I'm going to set this off to
bye board.
It's off to the side now.
Dude, Josh gets extra sound paneling. I'm
Woo!
jealous.
No echo on my side.
Echo.
Yeah, it dies off over here real bad. So yeah, today we're talking about Toy Story. Toy Story. I really like Toy Story. Big classical hit back in the day.
As you guys know, it was our number uno.
You should know. There's no spoilers in this episode. It's way later.
Yeah.
If you haven't watched that, you're not a follower.
And I think it's obvious to say right here. One sec. Spoiler warning. It's gonna be there.
If you've never watched Toy Story, what's wrong with you?
What you
Go
doing?
watch it.
Go watch it.
But if you've never watched it, there are going to be things that we're talking about Toy Story. Obviously, since we're talking about Toy Story, all right, you can put that away. Bye. Wow. All right then.
Don't need
so Toy Story, fun facts, interesting things, abilities, disabilities.
Well, obviously, one of the abilities is that you can fly.
You can fly. I did that already once.
Yes. And ability number 2, you can aim.
Mm-hmm. Just not for the truck.
Yeah.
You know what's great is these are just fun topics that we found that most people don't know. Like the fact that Buzz's suit was originally supposed to be red.
What?
The original drawings it all was red.
What is he, Russian?
They went with the lime green instead because it was a favorite color of one of the animators' wives.
I can't imagine him red.
Lime green was the color. But yeah, so I mean there was that.
Just like Dew?
Just like Dew. Well, this is not lime green. No, this is like pea green.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, he originally was supposed to be. I don't know if I'd have liked it as a red color as much. I like the green. It works.
I like it as a green because it doesn't really like the red. I would immediately think, oh, he's like a cosmonaut.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Russian.
Yeah, Russian.
Bad choice.
But as there's no.
Not that we don't like Russians. Back to you. Back to you now.
Yeah. But there's no spacesuit that was ever green, so it kind of sticks out more.
Yeah, it was original, and it spawned the series on its own.
Yes,
And it was a whole
and
Space
the cartoon.
Ranger situation. It was really cool.
The cartoon was so good.
I enjoyed the cartoon.
Freaking evil Buzz.
And they
He
brought
had
they
the
brought
goatee.
They brought the oh. Classic. Also, a lot of people don't know that Woody was originally supposed to be a ventriloquist doll. Not only was he supposed to be mean, he was supposed to be a ventriloquist doll.
Ooh.
Which, wouldn't really make sense. Kind of creepy. Not really a toy at that point.
Nope.
More of a professional's working equipment. So yeah, that wouldn't make sense, and it probably wouldn't have got the spawn of the second video or second movie or the third movie.
I can't imagine.
Or the fourth movie. Anyways.
Ooh, that's the main reason why we're doing this video.
Yep. So, yeah, he was supposed to be a ventriloquist doll with a pull string inspired by one of his child instead of a dummy. Buzz was scaled 12 inches and Woody was 15 inches.
Woody's tall.
He is tall. I think Tom Hanks is taller than Tim Allen in real life.
I think he is.
So I think that makes sense. Really cool. Oh, speaking of Hanks,
Ooh.
Did you know that you knew a lot of the extra stuff from Woody is not Tom Hanks, but his brother?
Hank.
Yeah, no. His brother's not, his name's not Hank. I'll get his name for you.
Oh, if I had a kid, I would name him Hank Hanks.
It's Jim. Hank. No, that's his last name. Yeah, no, Jim. Jim Hanks. When Tom Hanks got really busy, he would fill in for the voice. Now, not in the main movies. That was Tom Hanks.
It had to be.
If you were on a main movie, you're like, oh, is that Jim part? No, it's all Tom. The parts where Jim comes in to play is the games, the actual merchandise where they recorded things for the toys. He was the voice. And anything extra that Tom didn't have time for.
I will say the Toy Story game, I think it was Toy Story 2 for the PS1, was amazing.
Yeah, you know what's funny is you just can't tell the difference between Tom and Jim's if you're not comparing them side by side.
Yeah, they're very similar.
Very similar. Which, if you were to compare me and my brother side by side, we're completely different.
Yeah, if you would compare me and any of my sisters, we're like exact opposites. I don't have brothers besides him, and we're not truly related.
Thus the reason we look so different, but at the same time we are similar. There's been people that are like, "Are you guys brothers?" And we're like, "Well, not technically, but not by blood."
No,
I married in. But I guess we act the same. I don't know.
I honestly, that's what I've heard a lot.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why we get together so well.
Maybe, yeah. I mean, I don't know. What do you got for us?
So, Tom Hanks, as you would expect, great actor. Obviously, you got not all those good movies, but
the best actor, top 10,
possibly ever.
Yeah, top 10.
If you don't agree, out. He's so good.
You're out.
Tom Hanks actually ad-libbed the entire scene when he was holding Buzz's arm.
It's a good scene. Oh, hey, guys. Oh, hi, Buzz.
To create the scene where Woody...
Now you guys know what scene you're talking about.
...uses Buzz's arm to convince the other toys that he's okay, Toy Story director John Lasseter brought a fake arm into Tom Hanks' recording session and told him to ad-lib with it. After the scene was explained to him, Hanks took off and did a hilarious puppet show-like routine. It was so good that he ended up using most of it in the film. One bit that didn't make it had Woody reading Buzz's palm.
Ooh, that would have been interesting.
Yeah.
To be in that recording studio for that.
Must have been hilarious.
I mean, just great. Just to watch a man work like that. Also, a lot of fun stuff about Woody's character was because Tom Hanks ad-libbed a lot.
Yes.
So they followed in. Did you happen to know... Sorry, I'm exposing my horrible-looking hair. Did you happen to know who the original thought for Buzz was? They approached an actor, and they said, this is what we want you to do. He turned it down.
I remember what you were saying about it, but I don't know it. So let's
interesting fact is he turned it down and said this was the only role he's ever been approached for that he turned down that he actually regrets. And that is the person of Billy Crystal.
Yes.
Billy Crystal was originally thought to be Buzz Lightyear. And if that was the case and he took that role, we would not have Pizza Planet. We would not have...
Pizza Putt.
We would have Pizza Putt. We wouldn't have the classic Buzz Lightyear we have now, but we'd have a different...
And he'd be self-knowing.
Yeah, self-knowing Buzz, which would have been a lot more boring.
Nope.
So, thank you, Billy Crystal, for turning that down. Sorry that was the worst mistake that you say you've made, but...
It was a good mistake.
It was great for everyone else. So,
thank you.
And because he did that, he didn't have to continue as only Buzz Lightyear, but he could continue as a different character, and he was cast as Mike Wazowski.
Mike Wazowski!
In the Monsters, Inc. franchise, which his voice Perfect for Mike Wazowski.
Perfect.
So there you go. That's great for him. Anything else?
Yes. Do you know that Sid is actually based on 2 prominent Pixar employees?
What?
Sid. He's based on 2 of their employees.
Really?
Toy Story villain Sid Phillips is actually based on the childhood experiences of 2 of the film's co-story writers, Andrew Stanton, that has written A Bug's Life, Finding Nemo, and Wally, and Joe Ranft, which made Cars, Beauty and the Beast, and The Lion King.
Huh.
Lasseter recalled how Joe used to take apart all of his toys. After the scene with Combat Carl out in the backyard, Stanton says it is identical to something he did with his friend when he was 8 years old.
I didn't know that. Wow.
Who knew?
How about that? I mean, to some degree, we all know that characters are,
Generally
influenced by people that you know. But that's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Did you ever notice that Andy's dad never showed up in any of the movies?
Oh, I always noticed.
That was actually done on purpose. The real answer is that we can't afford a dad. That was the real answer he gave to a question by Quora. Human characters were just hideously expensive and difficult to do in those days.
And they were hideous.
And as Lee mentioned, Andy's dad wasn't necessary for the store. For the story. So originally they asked
he went to the store and never came back.
They never gave a reason why he wasn't there. They originally had planned not to... Well, I mean, the very first thing was, he was going to have a dad, because at the time, it was a normal thing to have both parents in the house. But looking back now, it seems more realistic, because not always is there, both parents in the house. But they said that, when they originally made the decision to not have the dad, it was early on. It was before even Toy Story was made.
Huh.
So it was a brief moment of, there was going to be a dad, and then they started putting in the cost and all that, and they're like, we don't need him.
We don't need him.
He doesn't really reflect the story. And really, the mom wasn't much of the story, other than the fact that they had the birthday party, because she kind of had to be around for that. But, I mean, drive on a Pizza Planet, things like that. But
I mean, honestly, what they could have done is had him off screen the entire time, just had the guy voice act him.
Yeah, they could have done that.
Sun come down or whatever, but, whatever.
I mean, same thing with the mom. I mean, they could have pulled a full Charlie Brown.
Yeah.
Never actually had the characters' heads or anything, and just but use words.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of ways they could have done it,
yeah,
probably, but it just made more sense.
But the mom was holding the birthday cake, so it's.
I mean, there's other ways around it.
Yeah,
but, But yeah, so I mean, it makes sense.
Ooh.
Yeah, originally the movie was saved on Etch-a-Sketch.
That's awesome.
Ohio Art Company, the company that makes Etch-a-Sketch, was nearly bankrupt before Toy Story. After they allowed Etch-a-Sketch to be in the film, they saw a 20% sale increase that saved the company.
No surprise. I mean, Etch-a-Sketches are awesome. Yep. I used to have I think I had like 3 as a kid.
So they saved Etch-a-Sketches.
Thank you, Toy Story.
And we have some of the best artwork we've ever seen on Etch-a-Sketch.
Oh, yes.
I mean, did I ever show you the Michael Jordan Etch-a-Sketches?
No, but I've seen some crazy Etch-a-Sketch drawings.
Yeah, they're amazing. The time that people take to do that...
I'd be so scared that I'd accidentally bump it.
I couldn't do it.
So, did you know that Don Rickles was the first and only actor considered for the role of Mr. Potato Head?
I didn't.
Yeah, when filmmakers were casting the toys, they looked at the sort of personalities they wanted each to have. With Mr. Potato Head, they decided it would be a chip on his shoulder because he was constantly losing his parts. With that in mind, they set their sights on casting the famed comedian Don Rickles. Mr. Potato Head's line, "What are you looking at? Your hockey puck," is one of the one of the actors' catchphrases.
There you go, bringing it all around. Choosing actors on purpose. Originally, Disney wanted Toy Story to be a musical. I mean, following the stories and all the shows that they made to that day, it makes sense that originally they wanted him to be a Toy Story musical. Yeah, it makes sense. They were leaning that way towards all their movies, anyways. So. Yeah, I think I understand it, and obviously Pixar probably had a lot to do with that. So that's why you have a lot of the really named songs come from Toy Story, because originally they wanted to have it as a musical.
Got a friend in
Randy Newman.
So good.
Andy's.
Oh yes, Andy's character model was actually reused several times in the film. The animators used Andy's character model, albeit with different hairstyles, outfits, skin color, and accessories, to create the kids at Andy's party and some of the ones at Pizza Planet. Makes sense. I mean, after the model, just
realize it, change a little bit.
Just change the hair, because I mean, the hair was just basically just popped on there.
Yeah, color. Wow, I'm impressed.
Hey, you gotta save money.
You gotta use what you gotta use. Yeah. And then the last thing we wanted to point out for me at least,
Yeah, I'm done.
Is that in 1995, Toy Story was the highest grossing film of that year.
Nice.
It made $191 million at the box office. And because of that, it influenced Toy Story 2 to also go to the box office. Because originally,
it was
Toy Story
DVD.
2 was supposed to be
or
right
VHS.
To DVD. Yeah, right to DVD. Oh, yeah. Right to VHS. It wasn't even supposed to hit the box offices. Luckily, a few other movies did really good at that time in the box office, so they went ahead and did it. Mm-hmm. And it grossed one of the highest of that time. Jeez. Not all time. Obviously, there's been a lot of Disney movies that have made more money now. But for the time, 191 million wasn't nothing to shake a stick at. Or a hand. Yeah. Also, Mattel and Hasbro both turned down the toy line for Toy Story, which, big mistake. Huge. Pretty Woman. What are you doing?
Nothing.
Yeah, they decided that they couldn't do it in the 11-month period it would take for them to create the toy line from the movie. So they went to a small Canadian based toy group, and they made Woody and Buzz dolls, and they made millions.
They wanted them to make more.
Yeah,
but
they wanted them to make the the Sid's weird creation toys.
Yeah,
and they did for no reason just decided nah.
I wonder why. I don't understand. I mean, they're very child friendly.
Of course. Yeah. What was it that you called the one?
Oh, a hooker?
Oh, yeah, that was.
Here, I'll put an image right there. Boom.
That was the actual name. So I mean, yeah. So I mean, I think that's good.
Yeah,
that's good enough.
I mean,
is there anything else that you wanted to mention about Toy Story that we probably didn't mention?
Well, I like that it's not in the original Toy Story. This is Toy Story 2. I'm going to start mentioning here a little bit. It was one that you actually pointed out when we were looking up at this episode. Mm-hmm. The one that they changed the scene for when Buzz starts doing that speech and the American flag appears behind him. For anyone else outside of the U.S., it was different.
Yeah, which you'd have never known if you're only in the U.S. You would think
like us.
That's the
I never knew it was different.
No. So what happened was in the original, the Buzz Lightyear starts making a speech. The Star Spangled Banner pops up, the music, and then the American flag's behind him. In the international versions, they actually just put fireworks in a globe, and the songs about the world came on.
Yeah.
I can't remember the actual title.
I don't know, but
it's a different title, so you can actually find that on YouTube.
Personally, I would have the one that I had as a kid, which was the American one.
I never knew there was anything different, but yeah.
Yeah.
And there's all kinds of stuff like that in the movie. Just go back and watch Toy Story, and you'll catch things that you never caught.
There's a lot of Easter eggs. Make sure you're looking at bookshelves.
Yeah. Yep.
Because there's a lot of Pixar Easter eggs.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of them.
Yeah. They tend to do that.
I wonder why. I mean,
I don't know why.
I mean, it was their first thing ever brought to you by Disney. So for one, if we can throw our shows in there.
Yeah, why not? Why wouldn't you?
Yeah, smart idea.
Yeah. So I mean, and then of course this movie spawned a whole era of movies that really were awesome.
Yes.
Monsters Inc. came because directly of this.
A lot of movies. Yeah.
It influenced a lot of movies to do the kind of
put that thing back where you got it. Or so help me. So help me.
Where it came from, sir.
I know.
Put that thing back where it came from, or so help me. I just don't want to see comments like you didn't quote it right, sir.
I don't quote anything right.
No, we do that on purpose, and then I have to fix it.
Yes.
Because I feel like I have to do that.
I don't. They know.
It's good for you. I have this OCD thing.
Oh, it doesn't bother me at all.
It does me.
As long as I'm pretty close, if I miss one word, I don't care. Now, if I'm if
we're talking in normal person, just me and you, yeah, I don't mind.
Yeah.
But, yeah, if we're on...
Now, if I'm there is a reptilian creature in my work boot or my work shoe, then I'm like, I want you to fix that.
I don't know, I think I'd let that fly.
There's a reptilian creature in my work shoe. We are not directly targeting the pickup vehicle.
No. Oh, we should just rename all of the famous movie taglines. We're gonna have to do that.
You are an inanimate object. You are a do.
I mean, we could scream that at that invitation Dew packet all day long and have the same result. It's like, it's not Mountain Dew.
Oh, man.
Yeah, if you guys didn't check that, you can watch us.
That was...
we went with,
no, that was in the recording that got corrected.
Oh, yeah, you can't see it. We bought these packets, and one of them was Mountain Lightning. Mountain Lightning! It was disgusting. I couldn't even say it with a normal voice.
It was horrid. It tasted like really bad lemonade.
It's like those Crush packets that you see.
But the Crush packets taste good.
Yeah, you pour it in water, and supposedly you have the drink. Yeah. But
no.
I tried a black cherry cola.
Oh, that was so bad. Like the cherry part was good, but the cola.
It tasted like really bad cherry medicine that didn't have any medicine in it.
Yeah, there was no health benefits.
It's not good. It's not good.
No.
Not good. Nope. Good. No, sir. It's good.
I'll take my normal due.
Yeah,
I'll just take regular Mountain Lightning.
Any day of the week. So, I think it's time that we go ahead and do these.
Hashtag signature bad outro.
The guys that you really don't like watching this sometimes, but for all you new people, the old people, they know what's going on.
You know the drill after like 47 plus episodes.
For the new people, though, thank you for being here and watching the episode. Number one that we want to do is all our social media stuff. Bam! It's all up there.
Hi there, Facebook. Why Facebook's right here now. Hi there, Instagram. Hi there, Twitter. Hi there, Patreon with a little Discord inside of it.
Let us explain that real quick. Patreon's a place where you can donate $1. You can get your stickers for donating $1, and that same way, you get a special link to a Discord server where we just talk. Normally, you can have questions, you can ask suggest topics, whatever have you. You can catch us on Friday nights and most nights with him.
Sometimes randomly when Josh gets on.
Yeah, you never know.
Like on Monday night, right?
Tuesday.
Was it Tuesday night?
No,
it was Monday night. Monday night we were on there for like 3 hours,
something like that.
Just talking to our buddies because I invited them to our Discord server because we don't need moderators, but it's always nice to have them.
It's nice to have them in case we're not there and you guys are hanging out on the Discord.
So we were all just chilled there for a bit. And my buddy was streaming. We just talked about multiple different subjects. It was a great time.
And you can talk to them. They're definitely people.
I'm just saying, you can go check out his. I think he has his VOD on Twitch right now. If you go check him out at Chips Ahoy McCoy, I'll put a link down below.
There you go.
Have it.
And then
better give me back, blind band.
That's all of our social medias that we do. And if you're like, hey man, I really like listening to you, but I wish there was more to it. Well, that's because we have an audio podcast that goes right now. It's at 45 minutes. And other than the 20 minutes that we do. Yeah, go ahead. There it is. Bam! It's on Podbean. That's where we host our podcast and we upload. I try and do it at least once a week. It depends on how much audio we have.
And also the time that Josh has. Yeah. And also,
got a lot of extra time.
Yeah. And also, since do we even get the Spotify?
It hasn't said anything yet. It's still in review.
Well, we'll review for that. We do have our iTunes. Let me just go pull that out. I think it's right around here.
Yeah, on iTunes you can rate and review us, and that helps us get further out into people's categories and they can find us.
And you can rate us there, all that fun stuff.
More people
share
can
us,
like us, and listen to us. I mean, right now we have people from. Let's see, what is it?
We had from
Sweden,
Germany,
Canada.
I
mean, we got all kinds of people listening to us on audio. Yeah, I mean, 93% United States. That's where we're from.
Yes, sir.
So I expect that. But we are international now.
Heck yeah.
So
around the globe, the dear whites are.
Yeah, so we're glad that you guys sit down and listen to us on the audio land and have a do with us. And we're glad that you stopped by on YouTube and check us out so you can watch us have all the fun little things and we put up all the extra little detail on here.
You know what else you can do on YouTube?
Oh, I did.
You can leave a like.
Oh, there it is.
You can also comment.
Ooh.
And you can also subscribe.
So if you're not hooked up with Patreon or any of our social media,
but you still want to know us.
Yeah, you can still get to us. How about that? So if you have a YouTube account, you can leave us a comment about what we did today.
And if you do like us, you can also hit that subscribe button. So you can always, make sure you can see us around there. And if you do want to see us, hit the notification bell.
Yeah, if you're subscribed, then you're like, why don't I know when you guys upload?
It's a subscriber exclusive.
Yeah, if you don't know because you don't see us upload, well, that's because you don't have the notification bell on.
Yeah.
I know every time that Teledocs uploads, I can check it out. It pops up on my phone.
11:56 a.m.
So make sure that bell is on so you know when we upload.
Yeah. So I think.
Yeah, Mr. Birthday Boy Week.
Birthday Boy Week.
Yeah, turning 20.
Hey.
Don't send alcohol.
No.
For two dudes would do.
And with the food.
I'm Josh.
I'm Shae.
How do you do, sir?
Surprisingly, I'm not feeling much point today.
I feel like I'm aiming for a truck right now.
Josh, no!